Hi, Miss Lola.
Hi.
So this is your next kind of lesson in being mentored, okay?
Okay.
So one of the things I've been thinking about how to get across to you, okay, is like lessons that you could learn by watching something that happened. So I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. So this would be in the like 1980s, okay? And at the time, disco was really popular. So every bar almost always had a little space where they had like a dance floor. Okay. So I was meeting my girlfriend, and the dance floor of this place was up like two steps. Okay. So I was meeting my girlfriend, and I go into the bar, and and I'm sitting right next to the where the exit is from the dance floor. And I tell the bartender, "Can I get a scotch on the rocks?" And he turns around and says, yeah, sure. And he goes ahead, he brings me a scotch on the rocks, and I'm sitting there. And I didn't tell him I'm waiting for my girlfriend. She's up on the dance floor. And all of a sudden, my girlfriend comes down and she doesn't even say hello to me. Okay. She goes right to the corner of the bar, sticks her head in, and says to the bartender, "Can I get a glass of water?" He says, "I'm not in the business of making water. I'm a bartender. I make cocktails. Okay. Do you want a cocktail?" And I'm like, "Yo, my man, give the girl a glass." I didn't tell him it's my girlfriend yet. Okay. I said, "Give the girl a glass of water." He says, "I am. Did you not just hear me tell you I'm not in the water business? I'm in the cocktail business." Okay. I turned around and said, "Okay, let's do it in a different way. You ready? Give me a scotch and water on the rocks. Okay. Hold the scotch." He said, "That's a freaking glass of water, and I'm going to charge you $10." I said, "I'll take three of them." He said, "You're going to take three of them." I said, "No, no, no. I'll take six of them." Okay. So the guy goes ahead. He's a wise guy. He puts out and he makes six glasses of freaking water. He says, "That's going on your check for $60. I stand up. I said, "No problem. You want to charge me $10?" And I'm standing up. Now everybody in the bar is looking at me. Okay. And I'm standing up and I'm yelling at him. "So you're charging me $10?" I said, "Not." And then another person comes off the dance floor. I said, "Here you go. Here's a glass of water." Another person, "Here's a glass of water." Everybody that came off the dance floor, I gave them a glass of water. So eventually, the guy goes ahead, okay, and he gives me my check, or I show, my check, and it's like $90 or something like that. This is in the 80s, $10 a drink was a lot of money. So he goes ahead, he gives me my check, and all of a sudden I turn around and I stand up and I say, "So you really did charge me $10 a glass for each glass of, in the bar, like, like loud, so everybody fucking knows what's going on here now, right? I really did it like, All right, so this goes on for about 15 minutes, and I sit there, and the manager comes over and says, "What's the problem? What's going on?" So I tell him, "Your bartender just charged me $60 for six glasses of water." He goes ahead, goes around the bar, talks to the bartender, comes back. He says, "I'm really sorry about that. You're not paying that. You're not even paying for your other drink. Okay. You're good." So I go ahead. So me and my girlfriend, we decide we're going to stay because the music was good and we both got up and danced and everything. But about an hour and a half later, the bartender comes over. He says, "You're a bastard." I said, "I'm a bastard." He says, "Yeah, do you realize not one person has tipped me the whole entire night? Not one other person has tipped me because of that big scene." That I said, "Do you realize you charged me $10 for a fucking glass of water?" Okay. So the point of this story is, okay,
I love when you do this.
you love it when I do
It's
that?
fun.
I got written up at, what do you call it, for doing that to someone. Anyway, so the point of this whole story is, if you're in the business of service, okay, then you have to be a service provider, okay, even if it's not exactly going to do the right thing for you, make you money or whatever. So if you're in the service business, provide service, okay. That's the lesson this guy learned the hard way. All right, you can learn it just from this conversation. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. In a little while, we're going to do another story, and I'll tell you another story, which will be another one of those things you should learn from.